All right, class, we are on page 20. Right. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but if you have your book, then you can turn to page 20 and you see at the top it says suffix rule. Let's see, what's a suffix? Good, it's an ending. It's just a fancy name for an ending we put on a word. Our suffix rule, Y exchange. We saw that in one of our words today. I guess that's why we're on this page. All right. So our rule is final Y changes to I when adding any suffix that does not begin with I. And then it says this rule always uses ES as the suffix for plural nouns. It also says singular verbs. We'll talk about that later. But we had a plural noun, right? We were making city into cities. All right, so we're going to come down to our first line where we haven't written on. So for me, that's right here. All right, on the first line, we're going to write city. Class, what's the word? Good, city. All right, let's just quickly go over some things in city. Which S do we use? Good, K, S. All right, and which E do we use? Good, yeah. I-E, make sure you have your syllable break sit. E. Say the sounds while you write them. All right, and when you finished, mark it. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in city. What do I need to write to spell it? Good. S, I, T, E. Which E is it? Good. Yeah. I-E. All right, so make sure yours looks like mine. And then the only thing we need to mark is this. Show me how we're going to mark it. Excellent. It's saying its third sound. All right, so city is just one. It's singular. To make it plural, we're going to trade, since that would be adding any suffix that doesn't begin with an I. We're going to trade this Y for an I, but we always have to write ES when we're doing that, when we're doing our Y exchange rule, if we want to make something plural. So over here, our first syllable will be the same, sit, and then our second syllable, ease, what's going to say E? Good, I-E. Then we've got a silent, good, a silent E, and then, good, the sound is Z, but which Z is it? Good, S, Z. So on the next line, write cities. Say the sounds while you write them. Again, you can always start on your practice paper if you're not sure. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in cities. What does it say? Good. S, T. E. Which E is it? Good. I-E. And then we have a silent, good, silent E. And then, good, Z, but it's good. S, Z. Remember, we always use Z if we're making something plural. All right. So we need to mark this. Nothing in the first syllable. How are we going to mark this? Good, it gets a 3 because it's saying E, which is its third sound. And how about this? Good, we need to double underline it. It's silent. And then this one, Z. Good, it's saying its second sound. All right. Y exchange rule in action. All right, class, our last page for today is page 11. So go to page 11. And that is a single vowel usually says its name. All right, what's the most common way, class? Good, with a silent final E, let's go ahead and write in our vowels. What are they? Good. A. Good. E, write that in. All right, next up we've got a group. So which ones do we put together? Good I and good Y. And then good O and good U. All right, so the word we had today that we had a silent final E that made our vowel say its name was place. All right, on your notebook, I want you to point to where we're going to write place. Where is it, class? Good, it's our A-A-A that's saying its name, so we're gonna write it right here. All right, what are we going to write to spell place? Good. P-L-A, silent final E, job 1, which makes our A say A, but it also is going to make what? Say S. Good, it's going to make our K say S. So write place. Say the sounds while you write them, or start on your practice paper if you would prefer. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in the word in place. What do I need to write to spell it? Good. O, excellent. A, S, and good. Silent final E. Job 1. All right, and we'll mark it. All right, there's one other spot that we're going to write on this. It's going to be down at the bottom, so I'm going to have to erase and move my notebook. All right, so our most common way our vowel says its name is with a what? Good, with a silent final E. The next one is, you can just barely see it, good, in an open syllable. And those work for all of our vowels. Our last rule only works for 2 of our vowels. And it says when followed by 2 consonants. What are the 2 vowels that can say their names when followed by 2 consonants? Good. It's I and O. So we're going to go ahead and write an I in here, and then an O on the next line. All right, say the rule with me. I and O may say I and O when followed by 2 consonants. All right, and we just saw that in one of our words today. Tell me the word if you remember. Good, post. All right, so we're going to write post on the line right here, remembering what is letting our O say its name. All right, write the sounds, say them while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram in post. What does it say? Good. Good O. S, and good T. Right, how do we need to mark this? Excellent. If you were showing me this. All right, and let's read our word one more time. All right, nice job, class. All right, so that is it. In our notebook for today, the last thing we're going to do is write a sentence. All right, class, our sentence for today, after you've written it, use your hand, check it. Make sure it has everything it needs. It needs an end mark, it needs to start with a capital letter, and it needs to have every word that I told you to write. All right, our sentence for today is, my aunt is in the city. My aunt is in the city. Make a picture of it in your mind. Class, what's our word? Good. My aunt is in the city. Excellent. Write it. Put your pencil down. Use your hand to check it.